This video is my opinion of some of the most important events that have happened in the 2000s to the United States. Some of them, the events are tragic. Some of the events that I will talk about are just helpful events that have furthered our technology and our usage of communication. Just events that have affected us and still affect us to this date. September 11th, 2001. This day can arguably be the most tragic event to happen to the United States in the 2000s. On this clear morning, no one had expected what would happen. No one thought the day would be a tragic day. On this day, terrorists attacked our nation. At 8:46 a.m., the first plane hit the North Tower of the World Trade Center, and at 9:03, the second plane hit the South Tower. This terrible event caused around 3,000 deaths. September 11th attacks brings us to our next event, the Patriot Act. It was a bill passed by President Bush on October 26, 2001, and became effective on February 1st, 2002, in response to the September 11th attacks. The Patriot Act was put in place for a variety of reasons. Some are to enhance domestic security against terrorism, enhance surveillance procedures, enhance border security, and remove obstacles to investigate terrorism. The Patriot Act also allowed enforcement to detain and search homes or computers of immigrants suspected of terrorism, and to also use surveillance on them. iPod! iPod! The iPod. Created by Apple, it was first announced on October 23, 2001, and it was released on November 10, 2001. Now, who doesn't have an iPod of some kind? With over 300 million iPods sold by 2011, it is a top source of how people listen to music. Music can be downloaded in just seconds, and an iPod is portable and easy to use. The iPod pretty much revolutionized the entire music industry. The Iraq War. The war started when the United States invaded Iraq on March 20th, 2003, of suspicion that Saddam Hussein was supporting Al-Qaeda, who was a group of terrorists behind the September 11th attacks, and to bring democracy to the country of Iraq. The Iraq War has a death toll of over 4,000 Americans, and it lasted a total of 8 years, 8 months, and 3 weeks. Facebook! See that? That's Facebook. Facebook was created by Mark Zuckerberg on February 4th, 2004, and it was the start of the most popular social networking site to date. As of June 2012, there are 955 million active users on Facebook, and the site has a revenue of over $3.5 billion. Facebook can be used for so many different things: to communicate with friends and family, create events and pages, play games, or even just update your friends on your status. YouTube is a video sharing website founded by Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jad Karim on February 14, 2005. It was bought by Google in 2006 for $1.65 billion. YouTube is the most popular video sharing site. In fact, you're watching this video on YouTube right now. In 2011, YouTube had more than 1 trillion video views. Any member of YouTube can upload a video of up to 15 minutes long. You can find and watch pretty much anything on YouTube, from vlogs to music to funny films. There's so much to explore. YouTube can even be the ultimate cure for boredom. The Xbox 360 is a gaming console which was released on November 22, 2005, created by Microsoft. As of April 2012, over 67 million Xbox consoles have been sold worldwide. There are around 1,000 different games for the Xbox 360 targeted at different groups of people. Xbox isn't just for gaming, as there are tons of other things you can do on the console, including watch videos, listen to music, chat or message with friends, and even go on social networks such as Facebook or Twitter. Hurricane Katrina was a Category 5 hurricane that hit the coast of New Orleans on August 23, 2005. Katrina is arguably one of the worst natural disasters and deadliest hurricanes to occur in the United States, with a death toll of 1,833 and winds of 175 miles per hour. The hurricane struck the coast of Louisiana, where the levees broke, and the city of New Orleans became wrecked and flooded. Katrina did a whooping $108 billion in damage and flooded or destroyed over 100,000 homes. Saddam Hussein was hanged on December 30th, 2006. Saddam had been sentenced to death by hanging after being found guilty and convicted for crimes against humanity. Saddam had murdered 148 Iraqi Shiite in 1982 while he was the president of Iraq. His execution took place at an Iraqi American military base camp in northeastern Baghdad. Saddam was then buried near graves of other family members, but his body was never shown. The Virginia Tech shooting happened on April 16, 2007, at Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University, which is in Blacksburg, Virginia. Swing Hu Cho, I think that's how you pronounce it, a senior at Virginia Tech, shot and killed 32 people and wounded 17 others before committing suicide. Virginia Tech massacre is the deadliest shooting by a one gunman in the United States history. Democrat Barack Obama won the election for president against his Republican rival John McCain in 2008 election. Obama used the slogan, "Yes, we can," to win the presidential election on November 4th, 2008. Barack Obama was inaugurated on January 20th, 2009, as the first African American president. Twilight, a popular book series about a vampire love story, became the new fad when it was turned into a movie on November 17th, 2008. Twilight grossed almost $36 million its opening night, and almost $200 million in ticket sales altogether. Twilight is a 5-movie saga, and all the movies made in the saga so far have been on the top 200 box office list, with Twilight the only one out of the top 100. Michael Jackson, the pop hit sensation, passed away June 25th, 2009. Michael died from respiratory arrest at his California home. His personal physician said he found Jackson not breathing and tried CPR. But after a call to 911, paramedics treated him at the scene, but he was later pronounced dead at Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center. The Matthew Shepard Act was signed into law by Barack Obama on October 28, 2009, as a response to the murders of Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. for being gay. This expands the 1969 U.S. federal hate crime law to include crimes motivated by a victim's gender, sexual orientation, gender identity, or disability. Osama bin Laden, an infamous terrorist responsible for the 9/11 attacks on the United States, died May 2, 2011 by U.S. Navy SEALs. Operation Neptune Sphere was ordered to raid Osama's compound in Abbottabad, where he was. After the raid, U.S. forces took Osama bin Laden's body to Afghanistan for identification. After proper identification, bin Laden's body was buried at sea 24 hours after his death.